jobless with a child, need to escape a little bit from reality, gone with the wind, take a little trip off the whim, stressed out by society, delusional and mental, say some people from the media community. But technically, who in America isn't a little delusional with a little mental disease? Eating things that's unnatural, living for money, and living life in the expectation of others don't sound too sane to me. Everyone is a threat because we're not living life like true human beings. Just like Secret Service to shoot up Black Infinity. Don't care about the socio-psychological problems that affect Black femininity. The undying need to vacate away from negativity. With guns pointed to your face, your natural response is to protect your baby. But just like Secret Service to cover their ass, shocked that they shot someone's mama. Well, sorry, Bill Clinton and Obama. But in urban cities, people don't play with guns, so to show one will give blacks the response to run. And when life is kicking your ass and you're exploited by the ton, the last thing you think about is showing respect to authority. Jobless with a child, you just want to sightsee around Washington. Tell people you're taking your baby to its checkup, while feeling the undying need to vacate away to hide your frustration. Thought that the shutdown was a perfect time to take your child and look around, but blah! Now you're the talk of the town. You know, what is stigma? Stigma. How do we react and deal in this world or environment where people do not necessarily respect our work and us as human beings? You know, theory states that we are affected negatively by it, to the extent that we internalize these images and feelings of ourselves. Being a minority in a world that is functional and based on a majority, or being red, black, brown, or yellow in a white-based and controlled world. It has noted to increase personal stress and affect one's mental health and cause distressed relationships. According to many socio-psychological therapists, it is extremely important to externalize these problems and raise awareness. And hopefully one day we may change these miserable conditions. The power belongs to the people. And like I say, and I believe, power to all people. MeetYadini.com. Support the cause. Support the cause.
And it's hard to admit, the D word that many of us don't talk about.
That's right. And, you know, we have to break the silence and the stigma of depression in our community. The pain, our community is dying. It's just plain and simple. I think we see the pain screaming out at us every day on the streets, in our offices, in our homes, you know, in our families, our circle of friends. And I think that many of us haven't named our pain. We don't know what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like, because everybody moves through their lives and we put that game face on and that mask on when we go out the door every day. And it's something that's really crippling us. So I was just going to say that about like 19 million Americans who live with depression. And in the year 2020, it's projected to be the number 2 killer behind heart disease. Wow. And so it is like, it's imperative for us to talk about it.
And for you, it's something that's very personal.
Yes.
Because it's something that you struggled with and you overcame. I want to say this because at the top of the show, we talked about you being that public relations person. Mm-hmm. Eddie Murphy, Denzel, Janet. Mm-hmm. You know, how is a sister like you going to get depressed?
Because it has absolutely nothing to do with what you got, what your name is, none of that. I mean, Sister Monique, comedian, shared at our launch event last March that she said she always thought that depression was a white woman's disease, because when we felt bad, you know, you take a couple of Tylenols and a cocktail and call it a day. But the reality is it has to do, all of us on this planet, we inherit the pain and suffering of our parents. Okay, all of the things that our parents couldn't talk about for a host of reasons, because we learned to be silent during the times we were enslaved. We would be tortured, beaten, raped, sold from our loved ones, yet we had to learn to be silent, because if you in any way tried to retaliate or to object, then the slave master would see fit to do more harm to you. So we learned to be silent, and we have passed that on from generation to generation. So you come out of your mama's womb, shaped by her pain, the pain of your parents. We inherit their gifts and their talents too. But it's the pain that shapes us, and then you go out into the world, life happens. You see horrific things. People do horrific things to you. Hurting people hurt people. Sometimes even our parents call us out of our names, do you know? So when we don't talk about the things that we have witnessed, the life transitions that have occurred, when we don't talk about it, and we give all of ourselves away to other people, then depression can easily set in. And it's what happened, to me.
MeetYourdini.com. Support the cause. Support the cause.